I am not the ultimate fisherman, but I'm getting there. The sun's been putting in some work the last few days. Temperatures have been relatively pleasant. We've had a couple, 30-degree mornings, but by afternoon it reaches up into the 70s. Today it's actually started off in the 50s and gonna go up into the 70s. So just an all-around pleasant day before more rain comes this weekend. But this morning I've come out to a neighborhood pond. This pond is actually a dammed up portion of Pine Creek, which I have fished a couple of times before on the channel so far. And the Pine Creek comes from that end, pools up around here, and then flows on further downstream to where I fished in previous videos. Now this little lake in particular, I've only ever pulled a single fish out of. So to improve my chances, we're going to use one of the ultimate baits. Went to the bait store this morning, brought us a couple shiners to toss around this morning. Live shiner fishing is as classic as it gets, so we're not going to overcomplicate things. 7'3" medium light rod, 2500 size reel spooled with 10-pound braided main line, a double uni knot to a 6-pound test fluorocarbon leader, a weighted float, a split shot, and finally a size 1 J hook. Dang it. We're going to stick him onto our hook right behind and beneath the dorsal fin. Clean off the hook point. Make sure our float is adjusted accordingly. Looks mighty shallow out here. And give him a toss. As you can see, it's a nice bright bluebird sky. Sun is really beating down. I'm going to assume if there's any predator fish roaming around, they're going to be sticking close to cover. Water looks like it doesn't have the greatest of visibility, so I don't think they're going to just be hunkered down on the bottom. Of course, I don't know how deep this lake actually gets. Usually the rule of thumb is that it's deepest at the dam, but I can't confirm that with the shape of this lake. This was a man-made lake, so there's no telling how they actually shaped it. It might just have a great big deep hole right out there in the middle for all I know. And there's our first fish of the day. There we go. Perfect hook set. Well, yeah, he wasn't coming off because I can't give my hook back. Pretty little largemouth. And there we go. No skunk today. Thank you, little largie. And he takes back off. Time to rebait. And now you may have noticed that on the achievement right then for the new bait that I utilized, I just gave it the vague description of a shiner, and the reason for that is because for bait purposes, to me all shiners are kind of in the same category, because when it comes to a bait you're looking at what the action is, what the shape is, things like that, and all shiners share the same lists of traits and qualities, which is why they're categorized the same way scientifically. So to me it doesn't matter what kind of shiner I utilize for this. At the end of the day, every shiner is going to work the same way. There are some that are tougher than others, and so they'll last longer on your hook. Of course, that kind of stuff applies, but at the end of the day, it's a small fish on the end of a bobber. I mean, you can't change it up a whole lot between two different types of shiners, really. another one. Another little bass. Another little largemouth. Head on back. Yep, that one wasn't sitting close to cover. He was actually sitting in this little shade patch that this tree's casting out on the water. So they definitely are hiding from the sun. The first one came from the little weed patch. The second one came from this little bit of shade. So we'll just continue tossing to potential hiding spots. There's a little turtle. Whoa, that's way deep. Turtle tricked me. Look at there. Found a little turtle. Looks like he's fresh out the mud. Fresh out of hibernation, huh? No, we won't disturb you for too long. Go on back, turtle. So since the gate is closed on this side, I'm not going to be able to access the other half of this lake. This is the first time I've actually seen the gate closed. I'm not sure what's up with that. So we could easily do another round of hitting the shade and the cover, try to find fish that have moved in and out. But I'm curious about what has fallen down here. I mean, as I've shown, there are fish in Pine Creek, period. But I don't know if they stocked this pond in particular, and if they did during floods, if any fish got washed downstream. So maybe there's things that maybe shouldn't be in this section of the creek, but maybe they've conjured up down here. So we've got a couple tiers that we can fish. So we're going to use the remaining shiners to poke around here. Missed him. Got you that time. Yeah, I wasn't gonna miss you that time. Another largemouth. All about the same size. All right, buddy. Oh, here we go. Off the tree. Sorry about that, buddy. Got really poor range right here. Wow. And that is the absolute smallest of the day. Pretty sure. I'm sorry about this fish, but I can't do a good release. He's fine. He's gone. Oh no. No. Oh, this is bad. Oh no. What we got? The biggest one of the day. And I'm in the worst position to land this thing. Please let there be no snakes. All right. Let's see if I can snake you through here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Failing, failing. There we go. Whoop. Ah, got him. All right then. Now let's get out of the briars. How do I get back up? Ooh. Yep, that's a lot of briars. Oh, oh my goodness. Whew. And there you go. By far the biggest fish of the day on the very last shiner. Couldn't have written it any better. And surprisingly, he didn't come from the big old lake. He actually came from this one hole right here, right before it turns back into the shallow Pine Creek that y'all have seen me fish before. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We'll go ahead and toss him back. It's fun to catch fish, and the best way to catch fish is with live bait, so you can't really beat a shiner. And the shiners I was using today were around 2.5 to 3 inches long. At our local bait shop, that's what they would call mediums. So yeah, another bait off the list, and we'll just move on to the next one. Until then, y'all have a good one.